Hello, this is Jerry with CAD Kitchen Plans here again with another installment of Kitchen and Bath 3D AutoCAD. Hopefully you saw the previous video where I made a cabinet out of a solid block, and what I got in return was a unit that is just that, a solid piece. All the components are joined in one component, so you can't really separate this item into individual parts if you need to do that for manufacturing purposes or detailing purposes. So I'm going to show you now how to do that. I'm going to start by drawing what AutoCAD calls a polyline, or actually a 3D polyline. And what this does is it's a series of lines that are joined into one item. And all I need to do here is just trace the existing cabinet that I have with that 3D polyline, and you can see it will develop a single line for me, or polyline structure. And I'm just going to move this out, and so we can work with it a little bit. Bring it out here. Cool thing about polylines is that I can extrude them, and I'll just click the extrude tool here, and now you can see I can drag that to any thickness that I want. But we're working with 5/8 inch construction, so I'm going to select 0.625, and there's our end panel. So we need to compensate for the toe kick. In this cabinet, you can see it's all one piece, but if we were to build this cabinet, most likely the toe kick would overlay the end panel. So I'm going to extrude this face by clicking on the extrude button, click on the item, and then hit negative 0.625. So I'm going to move it back 5/8 of an inch. You saw it move there. We need to make rails on our unit here, so I'm going to get started with a front rail. Click the box. I'm going to make it, let's say, 3 inches by 0.625 high, and then we said 19 3/4 our inside width. So there's our front rail. Pretty easy to make a back rail, just a matter of copying and moving it. There's our back rail, but we're going to have an inset back, a captured back on this unit. So I want to bring the width of that rail out 5/8 of an inch to compensate for the back. And you can see extruded it again. Let's make another rail, mid rail. Again, just copy the selection. And we'll bring it down 5 inches. So there's our mid rail. And we need to put a bottom in here. So again, we'll come back and we'll grab another box, get it lined up. We know it's going to be 24 inches deep. We also know it's going to be 19 3/4 wide, and we also know it's going to be 5/8 of an inch thick. So we're looking pretty good here. We've got our bottom, our rails. So we need to add a back to the unit. And we're going to do that by grabbing a box again, and I'm going to line it up with the inside corner there. We know that we want the back to be 5/8 of an inch thick. We know that now we're just going to snap it to an existing point where it will line up, like there. You can see our back is it's a little narrow, so let's just grab one of the grips and give it a pull out to the end of our rail. So you can see now we've got 3 rails, the back, the bottom, but we need another end. And that's pretty simply done by just copying the existing end. And this is assuming you're working with butt joints here. Maybe you're using dowels. You could, of course, use dados too. We'd have to groove those in. That's doable, but maybe a little more time consuming than what we want to get into right now. So, you can see now we've got a cabinet and all these various components. If we wanted to cut list this thing, there are utilities that do that, and we'll throw it from AutoCAD into a spreadsheet for you. Let's put a toe kick on here and wrap this up. We go from this point to this point, out 0.625, and then we're going to come up 4 inches. There's our toe kick. So you can see now we've got the same cabinet, but all of these are individual components, and this is what you need if you wanted to, like I said, break this down for manufacturing or any other component sort of use. That's it for now. Thanks for checking in, and we'll see you again on an upcoming video.